Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com. It is June 21st. It is Friday, and the energy shifts are continuing to keep us at a high level of choice. If you're feeling anxious today, if you're feeling displaced today, it's because of these energies that are shifting. So yesterday I was down at For Heaven's Sakes bookstore, and I got to work with a lot of lovely people who are feeling exactly the way that you're feeling and are having a hard time, just coping, dealing, existing, and not really sure what's happening for them at this time. And that is because the prevailing shifts of energies through the electromagnetic frequency of the planet are really pushing on the physical human body in ways that take me a while to explain. But what's happening is that energetic shift is pushing on your mental, emotional, and physical body to bring you to a place to make a choice, a dynamic choice. And that choice is, are you going to be connected to God's Spirit or Source in a way that you can navigate through your everyday life more easily, more effortlessly, or are you going to stay stuck? Are you going to stay in this pattern where you're constantly bombarded and feeling these energies? And if you're an empath or a highly sensitive person, this is a really big time for you. To cope, you might be numbing out. You might be, trying to check out. You may even have around you, maybe a place you go and turn off all the lights and just kind of suffer depression-like symptoms, or you feel anxious all the time, or you're going to the gym a lot more than you normally do. And this is because of these dynamic shifts. And again, if you are a highly sensitive person, if you're an empathic person, you may be going to your job every day, but like zoning out, just not really there, because you are a beautiful being that was designed to help the planet move forward. That's your job. Whether you understand it or whether you don't, it's okay. But if you're feeling these symptoms, I'm reaching out to you today to tell you that I'm working with a lot of highly sensitive, a lot of empathic people lately who are feeling the same way that you do. And I've been feeling that way as well until I shifted how I was doing things. I shifted how I'm thinking about things. I shifted how I'm expressing things. And how I've been able to do this is I found an energy that uses the crystalline core center of the planet. And this crystalline core center of the planet is a vibration that you can bring up, or at least I can, but you can too. I can show you how to bring it up and to surround yourself with it, to use it to cleanse you, to anchor you, to dispel the negative energy that's coming towards you. Because the best way that I could bring a visual to you today is if you've ever seen the plastic balls that kids get. Sometimes they have a whole bunch of them in place when you go jump in. And they're plastic balls, and if you pick one up, you'll notice it's a thin plastic. But there's a place where there's a hole in it to let the air out, so when the kids jump on it, the air comes out. Well, if you take one of those balls and you put it inside of a bathtub, or you put it in some water, it's going to start taking on water. And so instead of floating at the top, where it would be because it's a container of air that would float along the top of the water, it begins to take on water little by little, and it begins to sink lower and lower and lower and lower because it has more water in it and less air, making it less buoyant. In the same way, empaths and highly sensitive people are like that ball with a little dot in it full of air bouncing along the top of the water. And when you begin to feel the bombardment of the energy of the fear and the anxiety that's being pumped into the planet right now, into the consciousness, if you will, the universal consciousness, you're going to feel lower and lower and lower. And that is normal. Why is it normal? Because an empath or a highly sensitive person is designed to be able to feel the energies around them. And empaths interpret them and intuit them. And highly sensitive people know there's something not right. They may back off. They may put up their defensive wall. But that genetic design, that beautiful, loving genetic design given to you by the Creator was for a reason. And that reason was to be like a white blood cell in humanity. And I know there's a bunch of you out there. I think there's 1 trillion people on the planet. I lose count. But even if 1/3 or 1/4 of those people are born with this divine gift, that's going to help to keep mankind's consciousness and divinity afloat to get through these times. And if you're having challenges with this, you can't float. You're going to end up down here in depression, in anxiety, in fear, in any lower vibrational energy. Because you were designed to have the knowledge, the awareness to float up here. And chances are it was not passed on to you through your heritage. It wasn't a tradition of the culture that you were raised in. Because for a long time, highly sensitive and empathic people have been called weak. You cry too much. You're too sensitive, blah, 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 blah. All those messages put into our brain when we were little. And our neuronet, our neuroplasticity, picked those messages up. And so it plays messages in our head about you're bad, you're wrong, why are you so sensitive, why are you this, why are you that? And that also drags you down, and it also takes away from your energy field. Your beautiful energy field, and it makes you weak. You may be getting colds. I know, yes, there's pollen and stuff because of the time of the year it is, but you may be getting colds. You may be feeling more run down. You may have dark circles under your eyes. You may be feeling fatigue. You may be withdrawing more. You may be numbing out more. This is just part of you trying to cope because you may not understand what's happening for you. So if you're one of those people or you know one of those people, it's time for you to take some action. And if nothing else, at least to have your anxiety relieved for yourself so that you can get back to a normal life of being a little bit happier, of embracing things a little bit more easy, and not sitting there, with the covers pulled up over your head or hiding. And a lot of you may be having trouble sleeping at night. High levels of anxiety will reduce the amount of sleep that we get peacefully. So I encourage you, if you're having these kind of problems, let me help you to help yourself, okay? I'm tapped into God's Spirit or Source. I have a unique tool that I've used for myself to shield myself from these energies and to learn to work within them and also within myself, because this energy shift's about two things. One, it's about the energy that's going on the planet, and we're feeling it as empaths and highly sensitive people. And it's also about your personal energy inside of you, finding that space to fill yourself out so that you are not so depressed and anxious and all that other stuff. It's a big assignment. And some of you may need help. The people that came to see me yesterday, one beautiful divine creature, I don't know what you call a creature, beautiful divine friend and client that I worked with yesterday says she feels much better. She feels more well-adjusted. She can sleep better. And if you'd like for that to be you too, if your heart is like, I am so ready, then I'm going to give you some additional opportunities. I'm here in my office in Loveland, Colorado today, and I've just finished up working with some folks today, and I have one more this evening. And then tomorrow on Saturday, I normally am not in the office. I opened up Saturday last week. I'm opening up Saturday again this week, and in a little bit I will be opening up some times there. And I also have what's called an initial consult. So if you are not really sure, you're like, okay, I'm already so overwhelmed. I'm already so highly sensitive, and now you want me to call you and get some help. I don't know. I'm so scared. Been there. Scary to take new steps. Get off your butt. Sorry to be rude, but just get off your butt. Go to toolsofenergyprotection.com, click on appointments, and there's an initial consult there. Take it. Reach out, take it. It'll give us about, I think, 20 minutes together to figure out what's going on for you and get you turned around into the right direction. And, I can't be any more loving and blunt at the same time. It's happening now. Are you worth it? Are you worth 20 minutes of your time to turn your life around, to take off the pressure, to lessen this anxious feeling, to lessen feeling stuck? I'm inviting you to join me, 20 minutes. Today, I really don't have any time slots left, but tomorrow, Saturday, I will open up a few here in a couple minutes on toolsofenergyprotection.com. Click on appointments so you can grab a spot there. If you can't find a spot that's working for you, if you have a weird schedule, if you're working weekends, a lot of highly sensitive people are in customer service, so they're working weekends, reach out to me, send me an email, send me a message down here. Let me know, private message me, and we'll work together to find you a time because it's so important. And I really do the best I can to steer away from talking about politics, okay, of the planet, the planetary people that are ruling. But I will tell you that this is a time when there is a lot of energy going into the politics. And it's not all positive, especially if you live in the United States. And hi to the people that are watching overseas. Those politics are creating some pretty negative feelings and some fear feelings. And I'm going to invite you, to let go of those for a while, unplug for a while. Work on yourself. Because we need you. We need you. Anyway, have a great and wonderful day, and I will see you soon.